There we go. All right. Hello. We're gonna sit this right here, just in case I have to move. Dang, look, they're going crazy over there, bro. They barely tapping my. You see, you put the autophaser right behind it, so I can move around if I need to. Like a laser beam, buddy. Get up out of there. Come up out of there. Get up out of there. Let me start doing some of this because I'm just going to be wasting rounds. I need to break them down some. Woo, overcharge. Driller. Driller. Oh, driller meets the killer. Driller meets the... Sit down. Hey, let me tell you, my turn is going to last the full duration of the time I'm over here. I'm telling you. How many rounds does he have? I just feel like this guy has not stopped shooting since I've been over here. All right, let's do this. Let's go. I got rounds too, buddy. Now what? Now what? Full duration. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Autofires, baby. All right, we got 400 rounds. I want to pick up some more. Hopefully they got some out here. There we go. Woo, sheesh. Oh my God. Drop her, drop her, drop her, drop her.
Detected. Hostile firefly detected.
This is bad because I don't have no more armor kits. Is there one right there? Nope. Alright, let's start being tactical with this gun. Gotta be smart. Play your part. Oh, come on, be still, be still. Oh, not good, not good. But he's just standing there. I thought I wasn't coming. There we go.
detected. Hostile striker drone detected.
Cleaning up the streets
That's
one
it.
bad guy at a time. Nicely done, Sheriff.
Yes. What is it? Another freaking chameleon, man. You don't understand how many times I done had this chameleon drop for me, man. A little unorthodox here. This is a 6-tier striker. And we are supported with a Hive, Artificer. LMG is your striker gamble. You dig what I'm saying? And the marksman rifle I got in my hand is for the turret, right? Artificer as well. We'll break all that down in a second. I basically came here to do my breakdown just to kind of show you how I set this up. So let's see if we can get a good drop somewhere without drawing attention to myself. We'll go right here. This is kind of a bold drop right here, right in the middle. But all right. So while that's working, I'm in the back. You notice how they didn't pay no attention to me? That's how you control the room. Ooh, that was smart. That's smart. Sent him right back here. Yeah, he locked in on that turn. He ain't even thinking about me. He locked in on that turn. See that? He didn't even turn around and face me. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking
Cleaning up
about.
the streets one bad guy at a time. Nicely done, Sheriff.
All right, so let's go ahead and check this out. So you see my turret sitting up here. Boom. Then I got my support down here, right? This turret is gonna stay like this and stay active the entire duration of this video breakdown. You hear me? It's not gonna go anywhere. This thing can sit like this for like 15, 20 minutes. Longer than that, quite frankly. So if you're going to legendary, heroic bounties, whatever, it's really easy, right? So yeah, let's dive into the build. First thing first, we got some skill support into the striker. It rolled that way, so that's great. I still got quite a bit of optimizing to do there, as you can see, but we'll get there eventually, right? I went on ahead and recalibrated that core attribute, right? Then on down here, of course, any yellow core attributes on a striker is all recalibrated because they all roll red, right? So skill damage rolled in there. Look at that, nice and high, 10%. Had to keep that one. And then right here, we got hazard protection, right? So 7.5, I'll probably just optimize it up. I was thinking about just trying to get another knee pad to roll with some skill damage and going that route. But for a nice balanced build, I probably should have some more hazard protection in there. So why not? I mean, this works just fine the way it is. You know, a little bit more skill damage is going to give me like just a little bit extra, which it really is not. I don't need it. You know what I mean? I'm already getting the job done as is. You know what I'm saying? So you got that going on. Let's talk about resourceful talent on the backpack, right? So resourceful talent on the backpack basically turned my three tier strike, more my 3 gear set, my 3 set striker to a 4 set, right? So it turns a 3 piece to a 4 piece, turns a 2 piece to a 3 piece, turns a 1 piece to a 2 piece. You get it, right? That's for you new guys, right? You can see that total armor, you know, acknowledged because of the ninja backpack, right? You can see we got crits here. We got some weapon handling in there. We're gonna talk about this weapon handling situation in just a second. Weapon handling again, 15. That gives me 22 on my weapon handling. We got rate of fire 15%. Of course, your striker gamble is 0.6.5 per stack, right? And then ninja backpack, not the ninja backpack, but the striker backpack will turn at 0.65 to a 1%. You can see the striker backpack is acknowledged up top right there. When you look at striker's battle gear 4/6, you see the backpack highlighted. That's 1%, right? So 0.65 is a 1% because you got the backpack, right? And then right here you get an extra 3 cores. So your ninja backpack gives you 3 cores, right? 70, 15% weapon damage, and then down here you can see you got 70, 15% weapon damage. And because of the ninja backpack, once again, the second slot gives you another skill tier. It gives me 3 cores, 6 cores on this build, right? So that's pretty cool, right? 6 cores on the build, you know what I'm saying? And then walking in the room, right? So we got all that stuff broken down. You saw the skill, the hazard protection, and all of that stuff. Let's talk about the LMG, right? And that's really what this build is about. It's about the LMG and the turret, right? So we walked in the room. Here's the thing. Let's see if we can find something to aim at. Stop car, the O. See, I'm trying to hit that O, right? So if I'm trying to hit that O right there, don't aim directly at the O, right? Because this is what's gonna happen. All right, let's look at the O. We got 1 shot in that O. If I want to hit that O with the Bullet King, I need to aim under it a little bit because the gun is gonna shoot up like that. So I'm gonna go under the O a little bit. Now let's go look at the O. You see what I'm saying? You see the difference? So that's the way this gun fires. I mean, look, when you shoot, it's gonna go up. That's without controlling it. So when you shoot it, you gotta control it. You know, if you wanna, you know, again, with any gun, you gotta control it. But with some guns, you can just shoot straight like this and it just go. But with this one, it's not like that. So again, you aim under your O. If you're trying to hit the O, aim under it a little bit, and then it'll go straight up to it. You know what I mean? And tear that O to shreds. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of how that gun works, you know. That's with 22% weapon handling. That's with 22. Okay? So I want you to imagine what it does without 22% weapon handling, right? So that's with 15. Now let's say you're not running this with a striker, right? If you're not running this with a striker, you're not getting that extra 15. You're gonna have to dump a bunch of weapon handling attributes in there to really control this thing, unless you use it more and get more practice with it. So that's the reason why I wanted to show you that example, shooting at that cop car out there. You know, aim under the target a little bit and it's gonna go up. And once you understand that, you aim up. Once you get them first few rounds off, it's like 20, 30 shots off. Not even 20, probably like first 10 or 15, something like that. Once them first few rounds get off, it's a little bit easier to control it. You know what I mean? I'm just laser beam and basically, you know what I mean? That's basically how that works. You know what I mean? Once you get them first few shots off, you gain control of the weapon. It just has a jerk when it first fires. You know what I mean? It jerks back. You get what I mean? And you'll lose control of it if you don't got enough weapon handling in there. So instead of dumping a bunch of weapon handling attributes in there, understand how to control the weapon. And I would run it with a striker. You know, and you can do one. I only got 1 attribute on here, right? I could do another one, but I don't need it. You know what I mean? And the reason why is because I'm so familiar with the gun. So practice makes perfect, right? Marksman rifle, I didn't use it, but basically, well, right now I didn't use it, you know, when we was doing the breakdown, but you know, that's going to give you an overcharge. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll break them down with this. Right before they die, I'll switch to this and headshot overcharge. Boom, done. You see what I'm saying? So again, it is LMG focused. It's really about focusing on building up your skill with firing the Bullet King. You know what I'm saying? It's really about that bad boy. You know, you want to fire that Bullet King, get familiar with it. You know what I'm saying? Understand how it fires, how it zags, how it zigzags like that. You know what I mean? And keep it under control. You know, once you get that down, you're good to go. And the reason why I'm saying that is because this gun is reliant on you landing shots. You dig what I'm saying? That's the talent on it, right? You get 100 rounds back. So as long as you're landing shots and you're being smart about when you fire and how you fire, right? You will never run out of ammo. So essentially, this is the reason why I decided to go with the Bullet King, because if you're in a legendary situation, how many times have you run out of ammo? You get where I'm going with this? So, you know, you won't run out of ammo with this as long as you're using a turret. You know what I mean? Using a turret and you autofize it and keep that thing going the entire duration of if you're on a summit doing legendary, or if you're heroic somewhere, as long as you keep that turret going, you can move around with this. You do have to be careful though, because some guys, they can just, I mean, listen, you could be face taking them with this thing and they'll be shooting right back at you and just eating you up. So you got to be careful with that. Sometimes you might want to, you know, throw a grenade at them or something, you know, when they pop out like that, get in the cover once they get confused, you know what I mean, and then start firing from cover as they try to approach you, you know what I mean? Or if you got some of these joints in there, go ahead and light them up with that, you know what I mean? So when I'm saying, I'm talking about this thing right here, you know. Yeah, so that's the one thing you got to be careful about, especially in legendary, man. Them guys got just a ridiculous amount of armor, you know what I mean? But breaking everybody down with that turret, man, they're going to really be focused on that turret. As you saw, this guy, he wasn't even he wasn't even facing me. He was trying to get rid of that turret. That's what happens. They really lock in on them turrets. They be like, get this thing out of here, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's like that shock that, why can't I hit it? You know, they will not turn away from it, man. So, yeah, man, that is it, man. I hope this is informative. Pistol does support the turret as well, 25%, but I don't really use it. Just, I'll be honest with you. You're going to be busy with that Bullet King, man. The Bullet King is going to dominate everything. So you're not really going to be using that pistol at all, you know. Make sure you just got good placement with your turret. You set up good. You're shooting from cover. You got good spots. You know where you're going. If you need to move, if somebody trying to sneak up behind you, you got a plan in place. You know what I mean? That's it. Just technique. You know what I mean? Just dominate. You know, sometimes it's better to go ahead and let that turret work a little bit. Let it clear a few of them. Clear the room out a little bit before you go in there. You might have to do that. I'm thinking about the summit when I say that. So, yeah. With all that said, look, we're going to get on fire here. Salute to all my division agents out there. I hope you guys enjoyed the build. I finally did it. My 6-tier striker. I'm excited about it. I hope you guys like it. And I'll say this real quick before I get out here. In terms of the striker gamble, I feel like I'll be honest with you. I feel like the Bullet King does a better job than the Lady Death, than all the other LMGs that I have, than my ARs. I feel like, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I think the Bullet King is it for strikers gamble. I mean, seriously, man. Now, there's other guns that do have weapon, like the Lady Death. It has that, you know, that 75, you know, power boost, weapon damage boost. That's great. Reload, though. You got to reload. This, you don't reload. You just keep going. You know what I'm saying? You don't reload. And if you got a turret running at the same time, I'm sorry. This is gonna beat the Lady Death any day. I'm sorry. Because Lady Death, you gotta get up close. You gotta get up in there. With this, I can hang back. And as long as I know how to control that Bullet King, it's a wrap. I can control the whole room from distance. You see what I'm saying? As long as I'm landing shots, I don't have to move. I don't have to, you know what I mean? I can just pick everybody off from distance. Partnered with a marksman rifle. Marksman rifle is getting that damage boost from the attacks, from the striker gamble. Can't beat it. You guys let me know. I think this wins. I think this is a win. I think it's a win, hands down. Let me know. Robotniks, I'm looking for you in the comments, man. Tell me what you think, bro. I think this is a win. I think this is a win. Listen, with all that said, we getting up out of here. Thank you for everybody that has been supporting the channel. We continue to grow, you know, a little bit at a time. We're growing here, and I really do appreciate all the support, man. Really been getting more into the game more since I've been really kind of focusing in on the channel. So listen, man, I'm gonna get out of here because you know what I want to do? I need to go do some time trials, bro. And I need to clean out my inventory. As you can see, I'm packed up, man. Listen, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna end the video at this point. Thank you for all the support. We are out of here. Peace.